Hey, you guys, I'm back. This is Save Time with Tori. I'm gonna drop you guys a video today. I might actually do two, but I'm not exactly sure when the second one will be uploaded. You might see it across the screen tomorrow. So if I got on the same shirt, then this is the video I'm talking about. But today, I wanted to talk to you guys about taking back a cheater. That's probably what I'm gonna name it. But now we've all thought about it or done it or you know pretty much everybody's probably done it at least once in your life. After a few times, you kind of, get the common sense and like not to go back. But some people do, due to various reasons like soul ties, or you got history together, you got kids together. My throat's kind of ratchet, y'all. Bear with me. But whatever the reason may be, maybe they're paying your bills and you didn't want to go back to the broke life, or I don't know. Everybody has their own, reasons for doing whatever they're doing. But the point is, we're going to talk about that today. But it's kind of hard to trust a person who has, stepped out on you, because like now you're like, okay, like what is this? Like, I thought it was you and me. I thought we were happy. I thought things were going great. You never gave me any sign that, things were shady, and you've been acting pretty normal. Now all of a sudden, well, you know what? Sometimes they don't be acting normal. Sometimes, I only say sometimes. A lot of times, there's smoke before the fire. But most women, they don't see the red flags because they're in love and they're in denial, or maybe it's an ego issue. Oh, I'm a bad bee, ain't nobody gonna cheat on me, but you'd be surprised. I done seen guys cheat with the ugliest ass females. Like it don't matter. Like you think your overweight ugly friend is not really attracted to him. She might not be, but I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys have like seen the or heard or whatever. The guy putting a paper bag over the girl's head when she ugly. Tip drill. It must be the ass because that's some real shit, y'all. Like, I mean, it ain't always all about what they look like. So you really can't trust none of your friends. I don't care if they bad or not. But a lot of times the signs are already there. So like, but most people don't see them. So that's why just said what I said. So in your mind, you might think everything is going fine, but like there are always like these little signs. Actually, I'm gonna do a video about it. I'm gonna actually do it on my whiteboard, probably in a couple of days. I don't know what I'm gonna name it. Maybe signs he's cheating or something. I don't know, but I put y'all up on game for y'all who think shit sweet. But any motherfucking way, the point is that like trying to go back to trusting a person after they done that is just kind of like it don't hit the same. And I'm pretty sure everybody know that by now. Anybody that got cheated on and decided to crawl back for whatever purpose that may be, I'm pretty sure you guys know that it don't it anyway. And they might think you're okay with it. You come running back, or you fall for the I'm sorry, the okie doke. They might, well, she doesn't really mind too much. Maybe I can ease another one in, and she might take me back as long as I say the exact same thing I said the last time, or maybe I do one little extra thing, bring her one extra rose, or what I'm saying, like dumb stuff like that, or fuck her brains out, and then she forget all about like. You'd be surprised. But anyway, the point is that they might think you're okay, or they might think they can get a. Excuse me, y'all. I think my phone about to die or something. Well, let me hurry the fuck up, then. Okay. But anyway, they might think you're okay with it. So as long as they come bearing gifts or whatever, they might think that like you're not as. What's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word. Basically they think you are willing to put up with the bullshit, and then they might take it as a sign of weakness. Basically, Like she's too weak to even stand up to me. She's too, scared or, insecure to basically put me in my place and stand on business. And so if that's the case, then, like, why not? Like, and then you don't really want a person to see your weaknesses either, because then, the odds are a man is not going to marry a weak person unless he's a narcissist, and then you got a whole nother problem on your hands, because I'm pretty sure you met at least one narcissist in your life, whether you dated them or worked with them or you know what I'm saying, was friends with, whatever. Everybody's done encountered at least one. I done encountered several. So okay, nobody tell me shit about narcissists at this point in my life. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're trying to get the ring, if you're trying to, be respected, like, taking back somebody who stepped out on you isn't really not a good way of showing that, that trait at all. They're showing like it's giving insecure, it's giving, desperate, it's giving I'm so in love with you, I'll take any bullshit you throw at me. Like, it's just giving like weakness pretty much. So not to mention, it's embarrassing. Like, this man cheating on you. Everybody on Facebook know. Everybody in your real life know. All your friends know. And then, like, 2 days later, after you done talked all this shit to your friends, like, yeah, fuck that motherfucker. We ain't. It's over. Blah 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 blah. You done burnt the man clothes and threw all types of shade on the internet, and like, you done talked all this rah rah, and then 2 days later, y'all back posting pictures, y'all back booed up, y'all back walking down the street holding hands. And so now, all the people that you talk shit to, whether it's online or in person, oh, well, she talk, she basically calling you stupid, just to sum it up. Like, she talked all this stuff and she right back with them, and we amped her up, and we, tried to encourage her to leave him, and she finally did, but it was only for like 24 hours and 3 minutes. Like, and so now you gotta run back and tell, what I'm saying, your mama and everybody else that y'all back together, and now you looking kind of strange. They're like, okay, you want that back? Like, how is he gonna, like, how is, like, everybody just basically looking at you like, girl, bye, or boy, bye, or whoever's watching this goddamn video. But the point is, like, it's just kind of like, I mean, I ain't really got no other humiliating to, like, try to explain to everybody around you that you guys are back together after he done dogged you and dragged you through the mud and embarrassed you with this other female. So, like, I don't know. I mean, good luck trying to explain that. I mean, you really ain't got to explain nothing to nobody, because it's your life and you can live it the way you want to. And, these are the choices that you have to make and deal with. But, I mean, I'm pretty sure you don't feel like excited to tell somebody that y'all back together after you done talked all your shit. So, whatever. And then, like, are you prepared for him to, step out on you again or leave you for somebody else or whatever? Like, if you're not mentally prepared for, the shit to reoccur, then I wouldn't even, like, do none of that. If you think, or if you feel like you might fall off the deep end if he tried this again, like, why would you even take him back in the first goddamn place? Like, some people's mental health is a little shaky, and, some people have, like, what's the word I'm looking for? They got they're hot headed, basically. So, the next time they pull this, they might, see red and then start, shoot the club up. Not that shoot the club up, but the bang 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 shoot the club up type stuff. Everybody, temper ain't the same. So, if you hot headed and you're gonna do some shit that's gonna take, that's gonna cause you to go to jail, then, I would just assume. Or if your mental health ain't there and you start feeling like you trying to unalive yourself because this man don't want you. First of all, we ain't doing that in 2025. We don't give a damn what these men doing out here. Like, if he don't want you, there's 1,000 men waiting behind him So why the hell we have to? I don't motherfucking know. Anyway, the point is, if he does this again, like, what's your next step? Like, do he just keep getting passes? Like, are we gonna leave the next time for real? For real? Well, you should have left the first time. But anyway, let's just say you didn't listen and whatever, blah 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 blah. So this next time, like, are you gonna put your foot down, or you like, what? Where you join the lines, the boundaries for this fuck shit? Because you can't just keep like forgiving people for doing the same shit over and over. So you have to be prepared in your mind, like, hey, if for all intent and purposes this man didn't learn his lesson and decides to do the same stuff over, like, what's my next move? Because if you don't leave the next time either, then unfortunately they're going to keep doing it until you stand up for yourself. So, like, I mean, I don't know how many times you're going to ride this merry-go-round, but good luck. I mean, it just makes you paranoid and insecure. Like, now you think every time he goes to the store to get some milk and eggs, oh my God, is he cheating on me? Every time, he said he gonna call and it take him 2 hours to call back, oh my God, is he cheating on me? Every time he said he's going to his mama house and whatever, oh my God, it's too goddamn much, y'all. I don't too much going on for me. Like, I mean, even if you try to like believe him and like understand, okay, maybe he was working late for real, or maybe woo woo woo, but like in the back of your head, you're thinking like, is he pulling the wool over my eyes again? Like, is this, you see him walk down the street with a girl, that could be his co-worker, that could be a stranger, but see, in your head, since he's already cheated, now you're like, you're just goddamn paranoid. Like, you gonna live your life like this? Because there's just too much going on for me. Like, I mean, call it insecure if you want to, but if a motherfucker done already got caught, then you have every right to be like, looking over your shoulder and all that stuff, and keeping your head on a swivel. So if you want to live your life like that, then I guess what the fuck ever. Because what they say, humans never do things just once. So basically, if they get another opportunity, and it was a really bad bitch that he been trying to fuck for the past 10 years, and she finally decided to give him a chance, I'm pretty sure he's going for it. Like, he's gonna find a way to, like, 1 second. People keep texting my phone. He's gonna find a way, pretty much. Now I forgot what I was about to say. I need to start turning on my do not disturb when I'm doing my video. But anyway, I mean, to be honest with you, a leopard never changes his spots. So, like, it's kind of like, if they've done it once, there's a really, really high possibility that it's going to repeat itself. And I mean, some people learn the lesson, but typically it's like way later, after they done lost, they let the after they done let the one that got away get away. Basically, like, they're not gonna learn it like 2 days after they've done it. Like, because for some reason, like, when men break up with a woman, and in the first like week or two, the women, well, sometimes longer than that, but at first, the women are the most heartbroken. We're sitting around crying, eating ice cream and Oreos, sobbing and listening to music, cleaning our house and talking shit and watching motivational videos and things like that, while the men are actually out there pop locking, dropping. They out there at the club, they at the bar picking up chicks. They back home with their homeboy trying to help them, heal and shit. So they like pushing girls on them left and right, trying to get them to, do shit they ain't got no business doing. But they ain't got shit to do with me. But anyway, so they living la vida loca probably for the first 0 days to the first 30 days. They Gucci, like, freedom. They like, they turn pretty much, while we sitting there looking crazy. But see, the thing is, the table always flips. After about a month, give or take a week or two, they start getting lonely. They get tired of the bust downs and the all the girls they picking up from the club, the thoughts and the 304s. After a while, that gets boring. They want somebody to hold and to be there for them, more like a more stable type of setup. Maybe not necessarily a girlfriend, but somebody that's a little bit more steady than what the hell they've been picking up at the club. So now at this point, the tables are turning. Now he's like kind of want to call your phone, but you don't really know exactly how to do it because, after all the shit done hit the fan, it's kind of hard to like make a comeback type shit, try to come back crawling, they pride and ego and shit like that. But at this point in time, you've already listened to enough, songs and people in your family encouraging you to stay strong, and you've been reading the Bible, and you've been thinking about all the fuck shit he put you through, and in your head you've already imagined a better life. So by the time this motherfucker come crawling back, you done already healed, and now it's like whatever to you. So they laugh first and cry later. That's pretty much how that works. But the point is that most of the time they don't change. A lot of times when they do change, it's not right away. We talking like months down the line, sometimes years, depending on the mentality and the maturity of the person. So basically, it's a waiting game. So by then, like I said, you done already listened to enough songs and people and goddamn everything else to heal. So by the time they come crawling back, and when they're actually sorry, because they're not sorry 2 weeks later, most of the time they need a while to think and process things. And like I said, once they get tired of them 304s, they'll be back. Things like that. So you can wait around if you want to, but ain't nobody got time for that. Life is too short. It could take these motherfuckers years to get their shit together. They could be in a player era, and depending on how old they are, they're probably gonna stay there. Most men don't really turn in a player card to around 40-ish. Some of them try to drag that shit until they 50. Motherfucker, you half dead. You got one foot in the grave and the other one on the banana peel, but you still out here going through these chicks. It's like, I don't motherfucking know. But anyway, the basic point of this damn video is if you take back a cheater, there's a 80% chance or better. I'm leaving a little leeway. I'm not trying to say all men. I'm not all women, whoever. Reverse the role depending on your gender. But anyway, it's an 80% chance that they're not going to change no time soon. So if you decide to go back and try to give it another chance, you're kind of playing in the danger zone. I have seen people change. I'm not going to sit here and say that everybody ratchet and woo woo woo. But he has to, or she has to really love you and really want to be with you. You have to be the one pretty much for them to clean up their act and, whatever. But a lot of times it takes months, sometimes years for them to realize what the fuck they've done. And then at that point, nobody gives a damn. But anyway, this is Save Time with Tori, and I do what? I save you time from the bullshit. Okay, bye.